Do you have multiple passions, multiple interests, multiple, things that you're interested in, desires, things that you really want to talk about, things that you want to be known, associated with? But it looks like you have too many interests, too many passions, too many things that you're doing at the same time. It looks like you're overwhelmed and you just feel like, which one should I focus on? How do I know my real purpose? How do I know which one to pay attention to? Or are you a YouTuber that has different interests? Maybe you feel like, yeah, I want to talk about food sometimes, and sometimes I want to talk about personal finance. Sometimes I want to talk about productivity tips. Sometimes I want to talk about how to grow on YouTube. I just have these interests. How can I know which one to focus on? And how can I know which one is really my calling? Or should I be doing everything at the same time? We've been told that we should have a niche. Have a niche. Don't, so that you don't attract diverse kind of audience, so you don't attract just anybody. Have something that people know you for. This whole thing is confusing. I don't know which one to focus on. I don't know what to do with these different desires of mine. What should I do, Fadikemi? Help me. You're not alone. I got you, okay? As someone who is known for many things, because the other day I asked my audience, like, if you want to think, when you think of Fadikemi, what do you think of? And a lot of people had different, nobody had one thing to say, they had different, 4 characteristics to add, like, as what they attach me to. And it made me realize that, yeah, I have jurisdiction in this matter. I can help you to be able to harness these gifts and these things that you love to do, and you don't know how to just find a balance between it. You don't know what to focus on. You don't know which one you should be paying attention to. I got you. So if this is you, come closer. In this video I will be addressing this. So let's talk about how to know what to focus on when you have multiple passions, multiple interests, multiple potentials. Here's the thing. Everyone on this earth has different interests. God did not create one person that has only one thing that they like. No, a lot of people have different things. So don't feel like you're a strange being because you have different things. The problem is that you want to be known for different things, or you want to monetize different things. The problem is that you want to monetize all these different gifts and talents and passions and interests that you have. Now, someone called Kate Henshaw, right? She's an actor. We know as an actor. But you know that she also does fitness, right? She also does other things. She probably is a good cook, but we don't know her as a chef. She probably is good with children, but we don't know her as a nanny. We only know her as an actor. She has other interests, but she monetized that one thing. Why? Because that was the one thing that was her ikigai. I know you've probably not heard of the word ikigai, and I'm going to tell you what that means. But I want to create the balance first, the foundation first for you. A lot of times we are monetizing what we shouldn't be monetizing. We're seeking relevance and we're seeking purpose in things that are just they're just hobbies. For example, I'm an actor. A lot of people don't know, but I act in my local church. I act stage dramas, okay? But you don't know me as an actor because I'm not an actor on the public scene. I've not monetized that part. Just because I know how to cook doesn't mean I should go ahead and say, well, I have to be a chef. I can't be wasting this talent. No. There are things that determines whether something would actually be a passion and a purpose and will give you that fulfillment that you need. And that's where the concept of that ikigai also comes in again. But again, we're going to get to it, so make sure you watch till the very end. Now, what I'm trying to say with all of this is that when you can get a pen and a paper, write down all these things that you like to do. You like to sing, you like to act, you like to dance. Now that you've written all these things down, now close your eyes. Now imagine a day in the life 45. That's 20 years from now. Imagine what your life will be like in light of all those things that you wrote down. Which of these things that you wrote down do you see yourself still doing in 2045? I mean, now, probably when now that you're watching my video, you're 20 years, you're 30 years. Now that you're 50, because that's 20 years from now, you are 40. Do you see yourself being a chef? You know, making money from being a chef, going on global stages from being a chef? Do you see yourself being an actor? Do you see yourself being a singer? Holding that mic, have a large concert. What do you see yourself? A day in the typical life of your, passion. Do you see yourself in that thing? Very good. Now, whatever you pictured among all the things you wrote down, all the interests you have, even if you're a YouTuber, whatever you wrote down that you want to, by the time you're 50, you want to be known as a YouTuber that is talking about fashion hauls, or you want to be known as the YouTuber that is talking about, food, or do you want to be known as a YouTuber that's talking about makeup? What do you want to be known as? That's number one. Number two, understand that as man, we are fluid and we are evolving. So if you're young, it's okay to have different interests now. Understand that you evolve. And by the time you evolve, you get to that point where everything now makes sense. For example, I know a YouTuber that started out as a makeup artist, right? She used to do makeup all the time, but now she doesn't do much makeup. She's no more like a makeup person anymore. Of course she does makeup. Now she does maybe like, oh, get ready with me. She's doing makeup. She's talking about something else. She's doing makeup. She's, cleaning her house. Now she does luxury stuff. She has evolved. So I feel like as a person, the more you evolve, the more your vision, your purpose is clarified. So even if you're freaking out now, you're like, I need to know. Relax. Start from there. Relax. You're fluid. You will evolve. Okay. Even as a YouTuber, you will evolve. Even if you start off talking about YouTube, if you get to the point where you now start seeing yourself talking about makeup and you are enjoying it, allow it to carry you. But you see, at the foundation of this conversation is having a center point, a midpoint, a point where you have a life mission. You have a life mission. Your life mission, for example, my life mission is a basic example is to call people into obedience to what God has called them to do. So it could come in different ways. So when I come here as a YouTuber and I say post that content, I'm calling you into obedience. When I come here as a YouTuber and I say, oh, save your money, you need to save, you need to invest, you need to build generational wealth, it's because I am calling you into stewardship so that when God needs your money, you can obey. And also because actually it is obedience to be a good steward of your money. Because scripture expects you Bible expects you to do well with your money. Are you seeing it? So have a life mission which now builds your life compass. As a person, what is your life mission? What are you out on this earth to do? Are you out on this earth to ignite young people to live for God? That's another mission I have. So on that basis, I can do youth program today. Tomorrow I can create content that will help young people. I can write a book that will help young people. I'm a writer, a author. We are the ones that put those labels. But at the center point of my life, my mission is to reach young people and give them purpose, ensure that they are living right, they are living for God. That's my life mission. So have a life mission at the basis of it. That's the third point that I'm giving you now. Have a life mission. Now, after that, we now get into the multiple passions. My theory is when you first start out, focus on one thing. You may have all those other things. You don't have to monetize it or put it out there. Okay, there are interests I have that you don't know because I don't put it out there. But focus on one thing. Grow in that thing. Once you have built expertise, you can switch to another thing, add another thing to it, build expertise, add another thing, and that is when you know that those things you really want it to be out there. For example, a popular pastor he started out as a pastor, now he's a movie maker, now he's a singer. So you may start out as one thing, there are people that will follow you for that one thing, but then your other talents will come out. But there's no one person that will only be doing one thing in this life. Actually, I want you to know that one and have peace. Because here's the thing: you can't even make money if you're only doing one thing. There's no rich person on this earth that only has one stream of income. It's quite, it's quite impossible. You have to have different streams. You have to have Tesla, X, this one, that one, then combine it, then you now inflow. That's how it works. So same thing. Even for example, even the Garden of Eden, right? There were 4 rivers flowing into it. Now let's get into my point of ikigai. I remember when I mentioned ikigai. Now ikigai is the point where you now know that this is what I should be doing. What does ikigai mean? Ikigai is a Japanese terminology which means the reason why you exist, the reason for your being, the reason to wake up every morning. So as a human being, by the time you get to your 30s, your 40s, you have to have a reason for living. You have to have something that gets you going, that pushes you, that makes you go all the way, that gives you conviction. It's not just about, oh, let me just make money, have a good job, give birth to children, marry a good husband, live in one house. No, no, no. There has to be more to your life about impact, about, doing what you love, about waking up every morning and feeling fulfilled. Even if you've not reached where you've gotten to, you just feel fulfilled because you're doing what you want to do. And that point of ikigai is an intersection between 4 particular aspects of your life. Now, number 1 is what you love to do, which is your passion. Number 2 is what you are good at, which is like your profession. It's a skill. It's something that you learn, right? You become good at it. Number 3 is what you can be paid for. Then the last point, which I feel like is the most important, is what the world needs. So the intersection of these 4 elements, there's a midpoint where you are able to do what you love, you can be paid for it, you're so good at it, and it's something that the world needs. That is your ikigai. And that's why I said Ketensha found her ikigai in acting, in the sense of acting is what she loves to do. She's good at it. And then it's the world needs it because the world needs the entertainment, the storytelling. And then it's something that she can be paid for. And that's the ikigai. So the moment you land that midpoint, that's where you just stay. And you just be known for that. And you just stay there. Again, remember I said that your life mission, your journey is fluid and it's evolving. Your life mission is your life mission. Your life compass is your life compass. But the journey will involve different things. Same thing with whether you want to have a YouTube channel, you want to be a content creator, you want to be an entrepreneur. You may not start off, with the thing that you really wanted to do, but your life mission is your life mission. So find your ikigai. Those things that you love to do. Those things that you can be paid for. Write all the things that you love to do. Then ask yourself, can I be paid for this one? Can I get better at this thing? Does the world need it? You want to be a chef. Does the world need another chef? If they need another chef, if you feel like, yeah, they need a chef, how can I distinguish myself as a different kind of chef? That's your ikigai. That's the thing you should focus on. That thing that you know that you're so good at it, you love doing it. If they wake you up in the morning, in fact, you can do it for free. If they wake you, but it can bring you money. But at the same time, if they wake you up in the morning to just, come and talk about this, you can talk about it. Come and do this thing, you can do it. That's your ikigai. That's the point where you say, yes, I've reached fulfillment. So I hope that this video has really been helpful. Get a pen, paper, do all the exercises I gave in this video. Replay this video as many times as possible. Share this video to someone. Say, you need to watch this video. This video really helped me. And list out all those things. Write it down. Do the memory exercise, the imagination exercise I gave you about a day in your life. Write it, then think about your ikigai. Think about where you're going. And then I promise you will have direction for your life. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. Subscribing is absolutely free on this channel. This year is going to be awesome. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video.